First Q&A. I'm at a semi-new job and really loving everything, but the vibe is weird. These people are obsessed with where they work. All my coworkers are all best friends with each other. They hardly have any friends outside of work. I feel like this person works here. This person definitely works here. I want to be friends with them, but I don't want to get sucked into this 24/7 work friendship trap that they're in. How do I set a boundary without seeming like a bitch? Ooh, I love this question. Who is it? Which Barstool Sports employee is it? Actually, that'd be a good quiz. Who at Barstool Sports wrote this in? Okay, here's my 2 cents. One is you seem like really self-aware, very perceptive, and I think you've got good instincts. I get nervous in the my work is my life and my life is my work circle, mostly because I think you start getting a little slouchy, a little too comfortable, and then you spend all of your time at work talking about things that happened outside of work with people that you work with, or when you go have a weekend, all you end up doing is spending your time talking about work. And I think that tends to get like catty, negative, small, bitchy pretty quickly. Like we used to have a little gang here. Mikey Fowler's since left. I love Mikey Fowler. He was great at audio, but he also was like a gossip. And there was this little cult. So love Mikey Fowler, love Marina, love Mike Greer, but they had like a Megan Carrier. They had like a little cult where they just, all they did was to hang out with one another. I'm sure they talked a lot about Barstool Sports and a lot about the people at Barstool Sports. And what it did was, I think it's unhealthy for all of them because it made their work and life identity one. 2 is, I think you get caught in a trap of just gossip. 3 is everyone else knew this was happening, so everyone avoided them or caveated. If you had to tell Mikey Fowler something, you had to make sure that you knew that Mikey Fowler was going to tell that to 5 other people. And again, I love Mikey Fowler. I think that it's very easy to do and it's very human, especially when you work at a company with a lot of young people and a company that people are proud to work at or want to identify as working at. And also at a time in life where you don't have a lot of competing interests outside of work. If you're young, you're single, you live near the office, you work at a place that's dynamic and has other people like you, chances are those people are going to want to be friends and you're going to want to be friends with those people. What I would say is, I think, 1, stay out of the fray. Like, yes, you're going to be on the group chat with people. Yes, you're going to get invited out to drinks. Maybe go to drinks 1 out of 5 times. Like, definitely participate, definitely engage, build the rapport with the people that you like, learn from them, love them, laugh with them, all that kind of stuff. But then also make sure that you're building a life outside of work. And think about your time proportionately, which is you're already spending 80% of your day in the office. Don't add another 80% of your time outside of the office with people from work. So keep it to like 20% or 15% or 30%, whatever the time you're comfortable is, but think about it in proportion. And then the last thing is keep yourself busy doing other things. And one thing that might be a great way to keep rapport with people but keep perspective is, like, if you're really into CrossFit or you're really into kickboxing or you're really into plants or you're really into going to the movies, ask these people to do things with you. Chances are they might not want to do that because they're so obsessed with the company and hanging out with each other, but it still makes you likable, warm, approachable, engaged, but it also keeps the perspective of like, hey, my life is bigger than my work. Okay, second question is, what was the most exciting thing about coming to Barstool? I'm considering taking a huge job/life pivot, and I'm not sure if I'm excited, anxious, or making a huge mistake by taking such a big risk. Did you have these feelings when coming to Barstool? Yes, these are awesome feelings. So take the job, do it. I feel like I've had these feelings maybe 3 or 4 times in my career. And I've maybe had, like, let's say 8 or 9 jobs, I guess, in my career. So one is, I think this is a great thing to feel like. When I came to Barstool, I was like, holy shit, I don't know if I'm qualified for this job. I don't really know what I'm getting into. I certainly don't know if this thing can be successful. but it was exhilarating, and the uncertainty and the anxiety of it was awesome. It was super motivating. So one, your feelings are totally normal. Two, they're really positive feelings. I actually think, and I don't think anyone talks about this, I think stress in your life, and good stress like this, is one of the single best things that you can look for. I feel like I've been stressed more years than not in my career, mostly because I'm always seeking change, and I think it's really motivating. I think it keeps you sharp. I think it keeps you learning. I think it keeps you upright. The most exciting thing coming to Barstool for me was that I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know what it was going to look like. I didn't know if I could be successful. I didn't entirely know what I was getting into. I knew enough to be excited about it, and I knew enough to be nervous about it. And I didn't know a whole lot, which made me have both of those feelings in spades, to be honest with you. So I'm excited for you. Take your risk. I think it's great.